Hello.
So
Welcome,
welcome to
everyone.
welcome to another episode of the Journeys. I'm excited, Callie, because we had a conversation yesterday with Dr. Nani talking about communities and what they're building, and all of the plans that they have, and they have had for a really long time. But what I'm most excited about right now is we've got a few people that have kind of made Uplift their home. They've done like some amazing events, involved the community. There's one happening right now. Actually, it just finished like a few hours ago, I think. And it's just getting people to run around in the Uplift and do various things. And one of those people that's just been headlining a lot of this stuff is our guest today, and it's Mitzi. So welcome, Mitzi.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Callie.
Hello. So yeah, we're here. Basically, Mitzi is going to share a screen with us so that we can look at the plots that she's developed and all of the stuff that's really cool that actually involves events and everything. And it is true that what Jimmy said. We were talking about that yesterday about how different mechanics in the game could potentially allow for different events and different things to happen, but that right now we already have a lot of really cool events happening in the Uplift with the current mechanics, and you're one of the people who are really responsible for quite a few of those, right?
Well, thank you. We've been keeping busy, that's for sure. We just couldn't wait for the rewards to start and just wanted to dive in and start building a community.
Yeah, it is really cool. You've got NFTs as well, right? Like, do you want to talk a little bit about your background and how you came to this wax ecosystem and what you're doing there?
Sure.
Did you just say
Well,
wax secrecy system? I like it. Yeah, this is totally the wax Uplift wax cult show. If you didn't know that before.
how did it come to wax? I think the first thing I started playing with wax was Prospectors,
Yeah, interesting.
the game, and been playing that for a few years now. Seems like an eternity,
That's
though.
cool.
It's such a slow game. And was really excited to find the Minecraft game. And we thought we were a little too late, and we managed to get a lot. The first one was on Cinco de Mayo, and we got our first Genesis lot that day. And quickly, we'd never played creative before, always survival. So we quickly decided we're going to have to get a survival lot. We bought, I got my farm that's down in the southwest corner of Londom, and he got his farm where he has his auditorium now, where we gave away his music NFT a couple weeks ago. And then we got our first rail, and that's where this hotel is that we started building. And I'm going to show you first. Let me go ahead
Yeah. So
and share.
so while you pull that up, check the links below in this stream. When you refer to he, your partner, he's a musician. He's got a
Yes.
YouTube link, which I believe we put in the stream below. Some really interesting music. And you've actually been using some of the plots that you're managing in the Uplift for NFTs that are associated to his music and his music career, which I think is really interesting because you're tying these kind of two worlds together, and you're doing that with gamification in the Uplift. So I just think it's worthy mentioning that.
Yeah, we sent the people on a quest from the hotel to his other lot to get the music NFT, and I think there's a list. Here's a link where you can share that. That's where you can get his music NFT.
All right, I'll put this up now.
Okay, the other link is to his YouTube, where you can listen to all of his music, at least that he's released. He's got a bunch of crazy stuff too. That's just fun for us.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I threw it on the other day when I was doing some work in the background, and it's pretty chill actually. It's a really interesting sound, and like when I say interesting, I don't mean like interesting in a weird, obtrusive kind of way. Like it sounds very natural to me, like something that I would listen to, in the background,
Awesome.
without even realizing it. Like something that I might hear in a cafe or something like that, like sitting, outside, without really paying attention to. I was actively listening to it. I hope that makes sense. But it's got this really mellow, kind of chilled vibe to it.
I think you're probably usually in the right state of mind, Jimmy.
Maybe, right.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we thought was the front of the hotel. It's really the back. I want to show you it first. Looks like there's some windows open up there. We wanted to do an Old West style because one of our favorite TV shows is Quick Draw. I don't know if you've seen that on Hulu, but if you haven't and you want to laugh a lot, I recommend it. And it's really cool because they do all.
Recommendations are always good.
Yeah, they do all improvised lines, so it feels really natural. And
yeah, so we're gonna dive in here,
interesting.
but you've named this the Pioneer Hotel, which is a very apt-minded name. But yeah, please go through everything that you got here. But then, like, tell us what your you really like hotels, because you basically all of your builds are like themed hotels, which I think is kind of
so far,
interesting.
well, we have 2 hotels. We're planning a Lake Chickeno hotel. Here's the other side. But because this is Old West, we decided to just make it all with wood, and we didn't want to use any glass because we figured, olden times they didn't have that stuff, and they just put it together. We wanted it to look very wooden.
And it looks super cool.
We have free. Thank you. And all those iron lamps, all that iron was mined by hand. We didn't use any machines. No redstone. And we're giving away free rooms. So everybody that's been playing, if they want it, come and pick a room out. It'll be there. It'll have their name on it forever.
How many rooms are there?
Super cool.
Well, I don't remember the exact count. I'll show you them. There, when you come in to do a quest here, you come to this wall and start the quest.
Okay, so this changes over time, depending upon what quest is happening in the world at any given moment, right?
Yeah, we change it every week. We start on Tuesdays here at the Pioneer, and it goes through Sunday. So we have a day or two to switch it out to a new course and a new quiz. And then people come and solve the clues. And if you need to get a little food before you go, you can stop and get something here. Sometimes people come, they don't have a sword because they're coming from Genesis. So I like to equip them because you can run into mobs in the course a lot of times.
Right, Callie and I have been having this problem. Like recently, yesterday we had this problem. We had Dr. Nani on the show, and even though he was in Genesis, Callie accidentally died like in some lava, and then like he had to actually like run all the way back to like the plot just to get back there for the stream of the show, which is kind of fun. But like like I said, it's a little bit problematic at times, right? Like especially people who are doing quests. So do you have beds as well that like people once they get there and they can lay down in, or like can I lay in? Can I lay in any bed?
Yeah, you can have a room, your own room, Jimmy.
I have a funny story that's like completely not related, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. I spent some time a while ago in Greece, and my missus at the time, she was upstairs in her room sleeping, and I was a smoker, so I wanted to go down to the hotel lobby and have a drink and smoke. So I did that. I got a little bit carried away, which was all right. I went up to the room and I opened the door, and all the lights were on in the room, and I thought, this is weird. Like, why would she leave? Whoa. Yeah, there's the generator. I'll finish the story. I told you that was
well, it's okay. Old school hotels, like, they didn't have energy, so at least that shows that we've come a long way.
Yeah, I mean, this is funny that like I'm streaming actually from a hotel right now, so that's funny.
Yeah, hotel, inside a
But yeah,
hotel.
yeah. So I went upstairs and there were like the lights were on, and I thought that's weird. She's sleeping. Why would the lights be on? And then I walked like in the room around the corner, and there was this huge naked white guy sleeping in the bed. And I realized that the card key that they gave me opened every single room, not just my own. And I was on the wrong floor. I was one floor too low. And so I was in like some stranger's room, and like I ran out of the room, and like I don't have to worry about that in the Pioneer Hotel, I'm guessing, because there are no doors, and I don't see any huge naked
There's
people
lots of
sleeping in the
doors.
bed. So
Someone came
yeah.
through and shut all the doors. So here's a nice
like
big room, and balconies.
That's awesome. I might go there and check a room. Maybe I'll get myself a room.
Yeah, get a room. I'll put you on the list.
That's
And
super cool. I mean, it's really nice that though, because that's just gonna be there forever basically, and people can
yeah,
look back and just remember the history of how they got a room in the Pioneer Hotel and how it was pioneering the hotel industry in the Uplift.
yeah, exactly.
Ooh, nice
And
artwork too.
thank you. If we run out of room, we can always tear the roof off and add floors. Yeah,
Yeah,
these
that's
are the
true. That's a good part.
first 4 NFTs I gave away for the first 4 weeks. And I'm going to keep installing them around the room until I get to week 20. And then everybody that has all those NFTs, we're going to have some special prizes going out for them.
what's the
That's super nice.
what's the other hotel
And
called that you guys have?
The other one's called the Aztec.
Right, and so
oh yeah, the Aztec.
that's a Mexican. That's kind of like a Mexican theme.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just started laying down blocks, and before I knew it, I had a big building and it had faces on it. I didn't plan it. I
Yeah,
don't know how
I noticed
I
that
did
the
it.
faces do kind of look like ancient structures or something like that.
Yeah, and I stuck a couple of eyes up there, and I forgot to show you one thing. We have one room reserved for the boss. There we go.
Oh, nice.
It looks like someone's been in here. Yep, going out it's the best view. So.
Ooh, that's awesome. I wonder if it's gonna stay like that for too long though.
Yeah, I know. Well, those people moved in about a month ago over there, and those people too.
But you see, that's so
You can
cool that
see
you get to see that.
Yeah. And right down there behind those trees is our portal. It's really hard to see. To the right of the lava, it's weird. That's not our land, but our portal popped up there. So anyway, somebody came through it on
It's,
we
it's
took
okay.
it
I was
out,
just
and
trying
then
to. It
someone
was
came
cutting
through
off
it.
a little bit the stream, but
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
for
why don't
me,
I'm gonna
the image was cutting.
I'm gonna switch to the other hotel. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, you're fine. No problem.
Okay, where am I
The
going?
other one's
Up
in
left.
Uplift, right?
Yeah. Uplift.
So you guys have one hotel in Londom, one hotel in Uplift, and where's the third one that you guys are working on?
Well, we just have one planned for Chicken Call, but it's not started at all. It's down in the southern middle block.
Okay.
I'll go out here and look up.
Yeah, I've got plots on the southeastern side of Chicken Car.
This one still has a lot going on in the basement with the video game experience we have there. There's the guy.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Super cool.
What's the video game experience?
Oh, let me show you. Let's see.
I really like how cool your building looks. Like both of them have a pretty good personality.
Thank you. Let's see. You go into this side building to get to it, and to the Aztec experience. It's in development stage. Kind of hop down in here. And you can set your spawn there if you want. Come
okay, because you might die a few times.
And yeah, you might. You'll see here because I'll take you to the observation area. For now, the ladder to go into the experience is closed because we open tomorrow.
Okay.
You come along this way though, and keep going. Oh, some soul sand. And then you walk around this way. Okay, and then I'm going to take out a couple blocks so we can get down in there. A little lag. One more. Okay, and this will be open tomorrow, so if you want to come and look at it before you run the course, you can come see what it is. It's got a parkour area right there. See these sand walls? We dropped all this sand to the bottom of the ocean, and they are going to be glass.
Wow.
But for now,
wow,
it's just sand.
That is very impressive. That's a lot of sand.
And then here, this is sand and gravel, and that's going to be glass, and there's like a giant aquarium in the middle. But
I've done a bit of work like that, like cleared up a big section of an ocean, and it's just a lot of work.
Yeah, that's some serious XP points, to be honest.
Yeah, if only dropping blocks was getting the points, because we really did. We did it once in our own game. We did it with an ocean monument because we didn't want to do it underwater. We wanted to bring the ocean monument to dry land, and that was quite an experience. So you jump across those little things down there to get through the parkour course, and it's not too far to fall and not too damaging. And there's some food down there. And then you get through there and you can reset your spawn point at bed. So you made it through that part.
Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to echo what's going on in the game on the screen. Dr. Wayne, finally you get some sleep. Sweet dreams, my friend. You're doing amazing things in the Uplift. Thank you for all that you do. You just made the spell advancement. So yeah, have some sweet dreams, and we'll see you on the flip side, Dr. Wayne.
Oh yeah. He just found a bed. First bed in Uplift.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the chat's fun. It's gotten a lot more active too. All the people, especially Uplift, is really busy. So you jump around over those blocks to get through there. And then another lava area to jump over. And then if you make it to the end and you're still on fire, you can jump in that pond.
That is so cool. I mean, I like how you have the saving points along the way with the beds, you know, that you can sleep on.
Yeah.
That's really super nice. It's creative.
So hopefully too many people don't burn up, but it just looks harder than it is because of the optical illusion of the broiling lava.
Uh-huh.
And then there's one more stage that's back
cool,
in there. Thanks.
So again, like, is this going to be a timed event? Is this going to be connected to, you know, something that's NFTs in your project? Like, how is this one going to work? Yeah. I know with the Pioneer Hotel, you guys have this kind of a weekly event that you said like happens every Tuesday, starts every Tuesday, so new members can come in and they can engage with the community that way. This seems to me like a little bit more of an obstacle course. I'm not sure. We're only seeing it from the top. So do you want to explain how this one will work for players then?
Yeah, we'll be starting a new course each week on Thursdays with this one. And they're both open for several days. And we just made it so people could do it at their leisure. There'd be no hurry. But if you want the lower mints of NFTs, you can hurry up and get there and race through it and be the first one to contact me. And then I'll send you the first one.
Now, do you
And
have I'm like, so this is what's interesting about this for us is like we started the show, Cowie and I, looking at the communities that kind of came to us early on that like started bringing their communities into the metaverse. Per se, you know, people like Anders, people like Ken Bozak, people like Dr. Inani with Discordia, you know, some block producers like Generate EOS, projects like Void and Blockbase. This is kind of how it all started. And then we kind of expanded and we got bigger. Anders, he decided that he was building everything in a creative world, but he was building it all in survival mode. And so we basically said, okay, well, maybe we can do this with survival sector. Very similar story to you. He just like that aspect of it. And then we kind of went through most of the communities, you know, a few months ago, Cowie and I, and then we decided to kind of expand the show and the scope of it into like people like yourself who have come in to the metaverse, made some builds, and kind of have these communities revolve around you. So I'm kind of curious about your community. When you host these events, do you notice like like are more people showing up? Is it the same people that like keep bringing more people in? Like how are people finding out about you? I know you're really active in the Telegram. How can people connect with you in those kind of ways to like, you know, have more of a intimate experience with your community and your builds?
Yeah.
yeah,
This
yeah,
one is an uplift for TC's question, which map that's on.
Yeah, uplift 1,000, 2,000. Is that right? Yeah.
Easy enough.
Yeah, you just go west from spawn 2 blocks.
So I guess part of that where I was going with that question as well is like maybe you can talk because you not only are you doing these events, but like yesterday you did a walkabout.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe if you can go into that, like this community that you're building is probably one of the more active ones in the whole in the whole game at this point, I think.
Yeah, well, you know, when Corey sent that survey out about 2 months ago, asked us all a bunch of questions, and one of them was about your community and do you feel like you're part of it? And I didn't yet. I was just kind of on the fringe. I was reading the Telegram every day, but I wasn't really talking to anybody. And I didn't feel like I was part of the community. And then I had to say that was my fault because I wasn't joining into it.
Right.
So we decided we were just going to jump in. And you know, as great as the punch sign get thing is, it won't be nearly as social. I've met a bunch of great people and we chat all the time, and they come weekly. Several of them come weekly, and there's a couple of them that fight to be first. And and so I'm gonna put art all throughout the bottom levels of this hotel. Installations. There's just 16 rooms. But anyway, so about the community part, I do feel like it's building a lot, and people are coming back. And we're getting a nice little group of people that like to go do things. And the walkabout today went really well. It was a little chaotic at times, but because we had voice
Did
chat
people get
going.
lost along the way?
Yeah, and you know, you can only walk so many blocks before you vanish to each other. So it worked okay in the creative ones. We were using snowballs to find each other a lot, just like sending up a flare of snowballs.
Really? That's an
That's
interesting concept.
Yeah, it worked really good. And then we have one guy that's really quick, and he'd run to the front and then run to the back, and somebody said he was our border collie. Where did that ladder
we need
go?
to have one of those in the group.
Yeah. I was going to get on the roof. I forgot where the ladder is. Oh, so, I know. I don't want to get on the roof. I'm going to go down the waterfall. So you go to the corner.
So is it just you guys?
Slide.
is it just you guys building these hotels, or
Yeah.
do you have other members? Question one, and question two, about how long did it take you to pull off one of these builds? Because they're pretty expensive with all the rooms and all of the levels, especially the Pioneer Hotel, which is, I guess, not ever finished, but like, you know, more finished than this one.
Yeah.
It must have been a lot of work, especially in survival. It's not like it's in Genesis where you can just throw down blocks, right? You actually have to mine them, get them, you know, manicure the resources. So
Yeah, just growing the trees for the Pioneer was huge. That probably took more time than the building, just growing the trees and cutting them down, growing more trees. And we started that one in about, I think we think it took about 2 months. And we're usually in game pretty much every day. Most days. Yeah. We've been putting a lot of hours in. And this one, it went up pretty fast. I don't know. We had a lot of materials accumulated already when we started this build.
So are you guys like that couple who, like, you know your role, you know your place? Are you that couple that like you're both good at like different things and you complement each other really well? Like, how does your kind of relationship and this build like work? Because I'm always quite curious about that. Like, I had an interview with Russ, who, you know, and we were talking about him and Jan and like how they're very, you know, different in the way that they approach things, but like sometimes when they get together, just what comes out of it is really cool on an artistic level. Like, is there an architect? Is this something that you guys get in game and you figure out together? Is there like one person who does the detailing, one person who does the building, one person who does the mining, one person who, you know, allocates the resources how they want it? Like, how does this relationship work? Because I'm always curious how people work together on this.
For sure, we do have roles, and he does everything below the ground. I don't like to do below ground mining very much. I get claustrophobic down there, and so I go down and I go through our course. It's funny how it actually
brings up these real feelings, right?
Definitely making real places in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. We got together really young, and he had this teacher that taught him how to be creative. And he taught me those lessons too, and we just always, you know, wanted to do creative things and, you know, not do the office jobs, stuff like that.
That's funny that you bring it up that way.
Yeah.
He had this teacher that taught him how to be creative. Like, as a teacher, I would say he probably had a teacher who didn't suck all the creativity out of him. But anyway, whichever way you want to look at it, right?
No, she specifically taught creativity.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, to, you know, it's so shut down in so many people. It's pretty sad. Yeah, and we've just applied that to our whole life.
Yeah, I can see that because the builds are very creative, and the way you guys are using the mechanics available to you to create these you know, interactions with the community and so quickly too. You know, that's why it was a pioneer situation, because you guys came in, like you said, maybe you weren't so active before, but then as soon as you started to become really active in the community, you pretty much like shone straight away and just got so many people involved. And that's, I think, because the stuff that you're doing is really creative, and it really brings out a really fun experience, you know, in the Uplift.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and you know, to add to what Kai is saying, I like it, right? Because I mean, what's that saying? You know, if you want to, you know, learn something, the best way to learn something is to, you know, teach somebody else. And it's kind of interesting, like when you were saying about like how you became kind of this, you know, up and coming community, you were talking about like, oh yeah, I was like looking at it and it was like, I wasn't an active member of the community. So in a way, like the best way to become an active member of the community is to create a community of your own where all of these people rally around and, you know, you host events, and that's pretty cool, I think. So, yeah.
These people in chat don't know they're on the show.
I like it though. This is fun. Like Cowie and I we should do this more often. Maybe Mitzi, you'll get the credits for this. We can just like do 5-minute spots of like heckling people who are in the chat and they don't even know, right? Like they're talking about killing teddy bears. Who does that? Who kills teddy bears?
That guy is sad as TY. He does.
Right.
Well, he's
Yeah.
telling
Oh,
someone
no.
to do it, so I don't know if he does it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so what do you guys got coming up, next? I mean, I guess we're looking forward to like a lot of interesting things in Uplift, right? Like, this is a great use case because I don't know if anyone's really doing it the way that you guys are, but I mean, obviously now with the rewards plugin turned on, like everyone who's coming to your plot in these walkabouts, you guys are all getting rewarded together. I mean, you know, the border collie maybe more than others.
We went through this one dark hallway in Chicken Cottage Day, and there were so many mobs. There was like, I don't know, I saw a stack of 8 creepers blow up, like he killed the first one, and there was a whole chain reaction. There were so many mobs, but we had like, I don't know, 12 of us, and it was just awesome because we could sweep through there just fine.
Have you guys done anything in Nemesis?
I wonder if there's any
just
kind of
curious.
thing that triggers, you know. And it's okay. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. There's a lag. It's all right.
A bit delayed, so. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
We aren't going to Nemesis just because I don't want to get killed by somebody. That would just bug me. I don't think I could handle it. So maybe if I go with a big enough gang,
but
I guess.
I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah, I'm a little scared. And also you can't get back out again? I don't know.
That's great.
I'm too busy.
Is Morton Matt D a real person? Like, I kind of feel like he just might be like some kind of AI plugged into the system. He's in the chat on the YouTube. He's in the chat in the Uplift World game. Like, he's probably over Crypto Writers somewhere. He's probably listening to some Nasty Hooks concert that's happening on some Discord channel. Are you even a real person, Morton Matt MD? I don't want to know. Like, if you're a real person, raise your hand.
To meet you, Morton Matt.
Morton Matt D is great. He's always here. He's one of our biggest champions, I think, in the world. Very real. He helped me. He helped me out of a couple binds, actually. He's a really stand-up guy. So I will give him that. But yeah, sorry, Kelly, you were saying something, before the lag got the better of you.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that, but I'm gonna follow up with something else that's related to what TC asked. Right? TC just asked how is Uplift different than the other survival maps, and it'd be interesting to know from Mitzi's perspective. I think you spend a lot of time there building, and you've seen that and the vibe of the community, both in there and in Londom, right? So what do you reckon that's the difference between them?
Just people. Uplift just has so many more people all the time. So
yeah, because we did that like big public sale for Uplift, and it was really, it kind of like sold. I don't know what it was about the sale that just went out so much to so many more people. I think it was the uplist, because
we were all on the uplist
and a lot of people coming in as well.
Well, and everyone kind of, and everyone kind of got like a 2-for-1 deal out of it, really, right? Like, that was kind of good, right? Like, because everyone kind of got an attached land plot and an attached rail plot, which is kind of nice. And they were randomized too across the board. So I guess that's the thing. Like your plots are, I think the second one, the Aztec one, that's a rail plot. I didn't ask because I didn't know in the first one. The Pioneer Hotel is a rail plot, or this is a land plot?
Yeah, it's a rail. It's a rail.
Okay.
And this one is.
So have you done anything with your
They're both
Uplift?
rails, right?
Have you?
Yeah, this one's a 4-way intersection. You know, where you've got
Okay.
like when I'm in the.
Okay.
Whoop, come here. Yeah, when I'm in the middle in here, you can go all 4 ways on the rail.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That way,
and so
that way's to spawn. Yeah.
So have you done anything with your land plots in Uplift yet then?
Yeah, I put a little farm in one, and we've mined a couple of our sand ones. Got some sand off there for all this glass and sand dropping that we're doing here below the
So
rail.
in general, you're kind of focused on rail plots. Is this because of rewards?
Yeah.
Is this just because there's more traffic?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it would be hard, I think, with only a rail, though, because the resources are less. So the dirt and the sand that always exist on top of where the rail takes the place of, you need those.
I suppose you could do something like the Pioneer Hotel because it's reliant on wood more than anything. But then something like that is a little bit harder, right?
Something, where it's just renewable. Yeah. It's an infinite amount of wood can be gotten in game, but sand, and it ends up, a lot of people are looking for dirt here in Uplift because there's so much sand that they don't have any dirt. They can't even grow a tree or a carrot until somebody gives them some dirt. It's interesting.
I'd like to think that that's easily fixed though by help from the community, right? Like just write on the chat, I need some dirt. Anyone could give you some dirt, I hope.
Yeah, they really do. People share a lot.
Yeah,
I saw somebody today was going into Nemesis and harvesting stuff and bringing it back and giving it away. So
that is cool. You see, I think like you know, from I haven't played before the Uplift in too many other servers out there for a long time. I played in the past, but from my experience in the past, like years ago, and what I hear nowadays as well, I think that it's pretty clear that we can see the camaraderie and the willingness to help in the Uplift is really obvious, I think, when you compare it to other servers out there that's more like competitive and more about people, you know, fighting for themselves and that kind of stuff. And I like to think that that's because we're trying to build and we're succeeding in building this culture around gratitude and win-win and all that, right?
Yeah. I mean, how do you win at this game we're playing? Is there winning? I don't think there is. You know, you're winning if you make friends.
You win by feeling like you're winning.
Help each other. Right? Yeah. And by sharing. Oh, I went the wrong way. And you know, if we all get points when we walk around in each other's land,
and everything, everyone will win.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's it. If you don't walk on each other's lands and you don't interact and you don't play, then
it's much more fun to walk around on each other's land while you're talking to each other and goofing off.
The way to win is to basically play and be active.
Yeah. Let's just make that all our jobs.
I find actually, I'm spending most of my time these days in gratitude for the simple reason that I'm kind of collaborating a little bit with the Nasty Hooks, doing some stuff with Yoshi drops. Like Cowie is basically next door. I like the idea of having these, you know, neighbors that like you can share resources with, that you can, you know, Martin brought up a point. He's like, you know, Londom was a lot more fun because of shared resources. I actually think that like Londom will be a hidden gem in the future because like he said, there's 17 faithful over there. Not a lot of people are doing stuff. Everyone's in the Uplift building. But, you know, the people who are still in Londom, like they're building some really cool secret hideaways. And they've got like some bragging rights from the early days that was the real survival, right? So there'll be some good stories that come up behind that. Yeah, I think so too. I'm sorry if I don't know if
you guys can still hear me now. I'm trying to fix my connection problems. Today, that's me, Jimmy. Usually it has been you, but today I'm not that good.
Yeah, no worries. It's
We're
okay.
hearing you.
But yeah, it's I think Londom is a really interesting server as well, because it is the first survival server that was available there, and it was all the land, like we were saying the other day, was giveaways, and the rails were sold through the random pack. So the way to access Londom keys was a little bit different, and it was kind of for the OGs, and then it started to getting sold in the market. And I think exactly like you said, a lot of the OG people who are there have built some really historical stuff that will last for a long time, and they're also like the guys over at Londom community, they're building some real cool backstory to it to really show people what can be done in that server. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how the whole thing develops. I think it's going to be a hidden gem like as well. And at some point, people are going to realize all the potential that's behind it, I think.
Yeah, so I that's another thing. Like, I don't know if you know about the Londom community, but they're like Howie said, they're doing like this really cool backstory where they're working people from that into there. So I would love to see like one of your hotels in their backstory. I hope that you're in contact with them.
Oh yeah, we're friends. Yuka and I are.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that Yuka is a professional writer and working pretty much full time, it seems, on that project. There's nothing bad that can come out of it, right? Like, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, she's got a hotel room, and she got a hotel room for her son also.
Oh, nice.
And he was so excited. He really liked the obstacle course, and it was cool.
Yeah, I gotta go and try it out. I will try to do it today.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, I'll be asleep when when you guys do it.
Yeah, fair enough. Is it too late there? Where are you located?
I'm in Washington State.
Okay, so it's like roughly 10 to 11.
No, it's almost 8.
Okay, so it's a bit earlier then.
Yeah.
I guess more towards the center. Is it? I'm not too sure.
It's the West Coast. Yeah.
Oh, Washington State. I thought it was
like Seattle.
I was thinking about Washington City. Okay.
Yeah.
Confusing to me.
Yeah, it is to everyone. We're the only state that has to have state on the end.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we're up in the northwest corner.
Okay.
It's a beautiful state.
Yeah.
It must be. Is it like cold right now? Getting cold?
It's starting to. The summer is just coming to an end here. It's been a really hot, dry summer though. We usually get rain, but hasn't been very much.
And what kind of setup do you guys have? Do you live in a place, like, do you have any kind of relationship with hotels in the real world as well, or do you?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, I asked that because I've actually graduated in hotel management. That was my first course in university that I did.
I worked at a hotel once, yeah.
Okay.
But I was a hostess at the restaurant.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm in food service.
I think hotels are really interesting. They provide in real life. They provide a set of experiences and possibilities that doesn't happen in a lot of other places. I guess especially for the people who work there, because you see so many different people with different profiles, and it's just a very fast pace, and the interactions you have with them change a lot from time to time. And I imagine that it would be very similar in the Uplift, where you have this big community coming in and out and interacting with your stuff and sending you messages. Oh, I concluded your course, and then you get to know new people. So the rate to which you meet new people is probably way higher, I imagine, by running a hotel, right?
When we're busy, I'm really busy.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun.
That's the most important part.
I can't imagine what it's going to be like when we have thousands in the game, though. Automation, as in the signs, will be great then.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like you said before, right? Like automation of punch sign get things initially wouldn't really allow for as much interaction as possible, because it would also allow for people to just play on their own and just go and get things done on their own. But when you think about scalability,
if you're handing out NFTs like you're doing now for thousands of people, that wouldn't be feasible, right? So it will still allow for scalability, which is pretty good.
Yeah. And then we'll have this old community already built. So
yeah,
it'll be good.
And it still doesn't really prevent people from interacting and doing stuff together, right? It's just
we were talking about just having them DM me anyway, even if the sign does work, just so we meet more people. You know.
Seems like we're gonna get a reboot, so you might get disconnected from Uplift in a bit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I guess it would be pretty quick, and you could come back. But yeah, you could go to Londom for now, I suppose.
I mean, that's a really
or Genesis or.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen that yet, for sure. That's a really interesting. Oh, yeah, it's fun.
Well, it's a good thing you can fly on that one, so it should be.
I can fly, but I can't. I don't think I can kill myself to go home here, can I?
I mean, I have a question for you. While you fly to where you're headed, what's the story behind your avatar? Like, it's really cool. You've got a really unique avatar. I mean, it's featured on the cover image of this. Of this, I don't know. Like, it's original. I think like it's not a character from any movie or anything. I don't believe. Like, did you design this yourself, or am I missing something?
No, I didn't. I got it for free. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not going the right way. I got it for free at least 10 years ago. I don't remember where I got it. It says OG on the bottom. So whoever made it was an OG. And thanks for the avatar, whoever made it. I liked it because she has a blue shirt.
That's good enough for reasons.
Wow, this rail is really changed.
Do you have coordinates for this Genesis plot you're going to?
Yeah, what is it? Let's see. I got too many lots to remember what they all are.
Right, I do the same thing. I have to write them all down. Like,
even though it was my first one, it's still.
I can't even remember the coordinates for like our show lot. Like Corey keeps getting annoyed. I'm like, what are the coordinates? He's like, dude. He's like, this is our plot. How can you not remember? I'm like,
all I can remember is my.
Yeah,
my other Londom lot.
Genesis, the first plot. Did you get it?
I know how I can do
from
it.
The start, or did you buy it off the secondary market?
The Uplifts. I bought those. The Genesis I bought on the secondary market, and that was the first one I bought on Cinco de Mayo. I'm gonna look on the map here, and that'll answer our question quick.
Yeah, so I find the enter the Uplift World naming process where you can actually name the plots and change the name of the plots, like really useful, right? Like I can put like, can you
little enter it?
Yeah, like I can put like little descriptors.
It's the
for example,
Ranch. Is this one? Oh, it's this pink spot right by Stash's giant thing.
Oh, really?
Nice. Plot lines 850, 1100. Genesis.
Sure, we'll put that in there.
850 and 1100.
Yeah, and I go like that. And am I going the right way? Both getting smaller.
Right, TC knows it's so useful. You can put the descriptors and enter the Uplift World. It's like Londom all sand. So I know like if I need that.
Wrong way.
So I mean, it gets confusing too. Like it's like, especially Genesis, right? Because things change so fast. Like somebody can throw up a sign in a day, and you're like, "This, I don't remember this. Like this doesn't look like something that
It's awesome. It looks like I gotta wait for the chunks.
I've always wondered about this. Like, you got me thinking about proximity audio, right? Like, proximity audio will be cool. My guess is that, like, probably proximity audio will be closer than the visual. But like, it's going to be an interesting dynamic, right? It's like that speed of light, speed of sound type of thing, right? Where you hear the thunder or before you, after you see the lightning, or you hear the sound of the jet, before you, after you see it. But like when we get like the visuals, the rendering of the visuals and the proximity auto in game, it'll be fun. Like these like little events that you're doing, like, you'll see somebody, but you won't be able to hear them. They'll actually have to come close, or vice versa, right? You won't see them, and you'll be like, "Where are you? I'm in the fog." Like, I don't know. I'm guessing it will probably be the opposite way around. It would just make sense. But honestly, again, I have no idea. But interesting dynamics. And like you said, like you guys are. So do you guys use Telegram audio? Do you use Zoom? Like when you do these walkabouts, how do you guys connect with each other locally?
We used Telegram today. It's the first time I've done that, but it seemed to work pretty good. There were a couple people that couldn't get it to work, but it recently updated, so it seems to be working okay. This kind of has a walkie-talkie effect where only one person can talk at a time.
Oh, really?
But it was fun.
But do you need to like press a button, or does it just happen automatically?
No, you can see a light. It says someone's talking or someone's listening.
Okay.
I mean, you guys should change it instead of saying over. Like you should just change it, like so that it's like a free advertising. Every time somebody's done talking, they have to say Mitzi rocks. Hey, you guys come this way. Mitzi rocks. Oh yeah, where are you? I'm at Mitzi rocks. I'm over in the left. Mitzi rocks.
Yeah.
It's like over and out.
People just say, I'm over here. Where are you? I'm over here.
Over here is a very good description of where you are.
Where's over here?
Actually, we do that all the time. We'll put something, like Corey will put something on the screen, and he'll be like, talking about, oh man, this is so cool. This is really awesome. And like that, I'll just be like, hey dude, like we're not seeing what you're seeing.
What is it?
Oh, I forgot to share my screen. It's pretty funny.
Okay, let's see. I'm getting closer, I think.
I
15,
think you're
15,
there.
15, pretty close. I should
Is it
recognize
like a tree
something.
house?
It's a little tree house. It's a little tree house.
I'm here.
When Stash's giant thing. Yeah,
Stash
you can ride horse. I was
I'm
all
very
alone. I was all
As
alone
there's
when I
proof.
moved in here.
Is
One day
the
I
tree
came
house?
back, and I'm right by Haters Gonna Hate, Potatoes Gonna Potate also. Oh, there's the ice place.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got the that's the raceway, right? The
Yeah, I think it's
mega.
this way. Yeah.
Very cool. And so is this a hotel as well? Is this the Treehouse Hotel?
No, it's not. It's not anything yet.
It's
just a silly little place that I play with terracotta.
It looks nice though.
Thank
I
you.
like the terracotta artwork in the yard. There's like a square.
Yeah, it's my little swimming pool. That was before how I learned how to get down in creative. I was just falling out of the sky.
You just gotta go north from there, or like northwest, basically.
North. Okay. I'm gonna recognize my neighborhood sooner or later here.
Right.
It's always something new.
Yeah, these giant robots that are taking over the world, they kind of freak me out, to be honest.
Oh, we're on the other side of this lot. I recognize where I am now. These
there was
are huge.
You're right. Yeah, that's the Blockchain Heroes plot. It's a really well done one as well. They've got these massive four-cornered statues. Those are the
He's bad.
bad crypto. Yeah, bad crypto. It's really good. They have another one of Satoshi on that plot as well. Their rendition of Satoshi Nakamoto that was on card number 1 of their first series, which is really well done too.
I'm over here past this lady on the throne. I don't know who she is.
That
she's cool.
I forget who it is now, but it's one of it's some media celebrity in the crypto world, I think.
Here you go. Hello.
Hello.
There, that's my tree house.
Yeah.
Right in there. In between.
Oh, wow.
That. Whoa.
Yeah, that's I think it must
And
be just the
that's
stash
billboards.
build because there's
Yeah,
a big
that's
mustache.
stashes. See the big mustache? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not here. It was just trees like the rest of this. And then I came back one day and that was there.
It's really big, right? Yeah, and all the waterfalls.
It was really weird for me to start playing here. I'd never played creative a day, not even a moment. And that castle just popped up last week. Woohoo, somebody's here.
That's like, a lot of people. It's one of the biggest cities in the world. But one of the things that we're blessed at is we have all these like really interesting parks. So I think someday this treehouse is going to be like a little park in the center of like this massive, Genesis area that's like all built out and decked out. This might be the only place that you can come to actually get some R&R, in the surrounding area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Little sanctuary. Ride the horse, have a dip in the pool. I'm waiting for horse rewards.
You got a little kitty
around.
cat on your bed as well. I got that in chicken time. And an aquarium.
Yeah, I would imagine in a very soon I would imagine in a very soon season of Uplift Awards that horses would be included. I mean, I'm pushing for it. I think that they should be. Horses are kind of an important aspect.
It's nice. It's a nice means of travel, for sure. And it's funny because I caught all these horses in the wild. I didn't know about horse eggs. I went out and wrangled them and brought them back here. These are all wild horses.
That's awesome that you did that in Genesis. That's hilarious.
That is nice.
Yeah, over that way I have some turtles that I feed that are over there in a big lake. They're not my turtles, but I go visit them.
Somebody stole my horses in Chicken Caw, so I made a leash. I dragged them. I made a leash. I dragged them to the edge of this abandoned mine shaft. I built there was like a pond at the bottom of it already, and like I basically kicked the horse off into the pond, so nobody can ever get it out. Like I got two horses down, almost on the server floor that nobody will ever be able to get out, which is pretty hilarious.
Come on, I can get up there. Where's there? A lot of times this is where I leave myself. When I leave Genesis, I just stand up here and then go back to Londom.
Oh, Cowie's over there too.
Yeah. He's over there. The standard greeting: jump 3 times and crouch a couple of times. It's the Uplift wave.
Yeah. Like this. I bow to you. There you go. Now we can keep moving.
Aster, I think again, I don't know, but I think eventually swimming will probably be rewarded. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. We're in season 1. Season 1 is 6 weeks, and after that we haven't really made public or defined what's going to happen. But it was developed to be 6-week seasons for the simple reason that we can constantly adapt and change and hold different events, accept bribes and payoffs. Obviously not true. But we can do some really interesting things. And there's nothing beholden that is going to keep it this way. I would imagine that probably always riding minecarts, riding the rail will get you those awards. I don't see that ever changing, but there's some other dynamics that might, right?
Sure, they could do anything and switch it around. Who knows what you get rewarded for? Throwing snowballs.
Right? Maybe we just exit all. Maybe we just renege all rewards for 6 weeks, and the only way you can get rewards is throwing snowballs. I mean,
I threw a lot of snowballs today. I'd be rich.
Again, probably never gonna happen. But there's some interesting things that we can play around with for sure.
Sunrise.
It's pretty cool, actually. I've never done that. Just throw a lot of like a sequence of snowballs and watch them fall.
Yeah, it gets a lot of loft. It's fun when you're riding the rails to do too.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a cool little treehouse though. There's some good views. You got the stash over there. You got Carmen, over there. There's that giant robot within view. It's a good little place to hang out. So
thanks.
So what's next? Are you guys planning any more walkabouts?
Yes.
Like
the walkabouts I'm going to do every Wednesday.
Okay.
And after today, with the group that went, we were switched between 4 servers, and that was kind of chaotic. So we decided now we're just, whoever shows up for the walkabout, we're going to go to their lots, or we're going to keep it on one server. So we'll go to whoever shows up, go to their server, and we'll go walk around there.
Hey, you know what? You know what you should do? This is really cool because I used to do this. When I lived in Hawaii, I was part of this permaculture organization. You just gave me a really good idea. And so what we would do is we would go into people's houses and we would like reform their backyard into like a food forest, right? And try to like create some sustainable things. And so what you would do is you would put your name on the list. You would go and you would join this community event, and you would go to that person's house and you would help, like install this food forest, build some gardens, do like some stuff out of reclaimed materials. But then after you had attended 2 of the events, you were allowed to put your name on the list. And so people then would come to your house and like if you did something like that with your walkabouts, it'd be really cool, right? Like come and like attend 2 events, and then your name goes on the list, and we can take everyone to your plot. Like it's a really interesting dynamic to get people involved, right?
You walk on my lot, I'll walk on your lot.
Yeah. You know what would be cool? Like that's something that I'd be willing to do as well. Just get like a plot or 2 or something from the stuff that I have. And just whitelist everyone that's part of, or at least as many people, the first 7 people that are part of a walkabout or spending time together, and then just whitelist them all for the day, and then just build whatever we want together.
See what, that would be
actually neat. And that's a really good idea. It's like, because a lot of people are kind of like down on resources and whatnot, but like if you get 7 people together and you just spend 1 week building out that person's vision on their plot, and you just like go around to all these 7 plots. Imagine how fast you could develop everyone's plots, right? And like that's a really cool idea, Kelly. I like it.
Yeah, it's like an Amish barn raising.
Yeah,
right, totally. Totally. Yeah, we totally need like a poster, an advertisement up in the Pioneer Hotel for Amish barn raising. So
come on up for the barn raising.
Get your Amish barn raisins over here. They're sweet, not too sour. Come get your Amish barn raisins. No, but totally. Like I think it's a really cool idea.
Yeah, what we imagined for the walkabouts was that somebody be just mining away. They're all alone. They're just digging along, and then here comes a whole horde of people, and they're just and they're just running all over their land. I mean, wouldn't you join in if that happened, and then everybody keeps moving along, gathering more people?
Head down, you get smacked in the face with a snowball. I mean, what? What's happening?
You better come along. Yeah, and unfortunately, in Genesis, you don't see very many people just working on that often. They go up in a couple of days, and it's amazing. That's what's neat about the survival world is everybody's working hard, and it takes a long time, and you see them out there toiling away.
Yeah, I will second that. There's some really good builds in Genesis, but like
it's just not as alive.
Well, and Genesis people, they tend not to like yeah, they just tend to like get their heads down building really great things, which is great. But we've got a whole blog dedicated to awesome builds, and we've covered like maybe one in the whole Genesis server.
Yeah.
So like people out there that are building
They're
in Genesis,
all
if you're
amazing.
right, if you're listening to this, we
Yeah.
need you on the blog, right? Like we need you on these shows,
Yeah.
so that people can know, you know, so that people like Mitzi can like organize tours to go onto your land.
Yeah, we can come visit.
After you've
Let's go see
attended
if
a
the
couple of
turtles
times.
are here. Oh, they usually live out here. Yep, there's still some turtles living out on this island.
So, Aether, you want to know if all your llamas can come along too? I mean, I guess, but there is a problem with llamas. I'm not sure if you know. Like, Anders got stuck on a llama off of his plot. He couldn't get off of it. However, that was in Gratitude. So I don't know if it's the same in Genesis. But
They've been changed, llamas. So, llamas and donkeys, you can't sit on them anymore in game. It won't let you sit on them or put a saddle on them.
You can't ride them anymore.
You can't ride them. You can't put a
Okay.
chest on them. You can still put a lead on them, but it doesn't do you much good when you can't put a chest on them.
I've heard something like that, but I wasn't sure. That's on what, 1.17 though, or?
I don't know. Just in what we're playing right now. A couple weeks ago, I tried to ride a donkey, and it said, "No, you can't ride." What?
Oh, okay. So maybe it was 1.16.5 or something, but yeah, I thought it would be the newest version, which wasn't still the one we're playing on, but apparently not.
I mean, but you can like, I don't know, you can ride pigs still, I think, like, because there was
you can still ride pigs. They're having that pig race.
Pig race
so
event,
it must
right?
be. Yeah. Wow, look at those. Crazy.
Yeah, so shout out to TC. I think TC, you guys eventually, they're going to do a show on this channel kind of around similar lines to what we're talking about, with just people getting together and showcasing and doing some builds. So you guys all have that to look forward to. It's really cool.
Cool.
But yeah, I like it. What's that building? Big white one on your left.
Yeah, that was the one we were looking at for my lot.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's very Discordia reminiscent, actually, from the bottom. It looks like one of those builds that we saw yesterday. Oh, okay. Is that the Mega Raceway?
No, it's not. Maybe they have a sign somewhere.
It's too. I can't. It's too close. Like I've got no scope, man.
All right. See if they. Looks like they made a nice big entrance. They have rail access.
Nice.
Actually walk.
Very cool. I mean, yeah. If you're out there and you're listening to this now or later, yeah, get in contact with Jimmy D, because we want to put some things on the blog. And Mitzi, hopefully we'd like to do a blog write-up of you as well. Get some of your builds out there, the Pioneer Hotel, the Aztec Hotel.
Cool. That'd be great.
Put your events on paper. We'll obviously link this video, but some of your favorite pictures that we can put in there of the events and of the people, and get that out there on the official site, so people know how to find you and how to connect with all these awesome things that you guys are doing. I think that would be super fun.
Cool. That sounds great, Jimmy. I'd appreciate that.
And yeah, thanks for showing us around. It was really awesome.
It was. I'm actually. It's so cool that I forget sometimes why I don't usually join the game while we're doing the show. It's because I get very distracted with all of the stuff we've got.
Well, I think that's the way down.
Yeah, I really appreciate
only the way up.
the tour. I'm sorry about my connection issues, but I'm very glad we did this. I was actually wanting to know about everything that you're doing from your perspective for a little while now, and it's really cool to have the opportunity to do it.
Oh, that's cool. Click button for boat. Drop boat on water. and paddle away. I mean, so like it's just
They're gonna go down. Look at this. It's a ride. Is it?
right. It's like, why am I ever gonna go to Canada's Wonderland or Pioneer Park again? Right? Like,
I fell down the floor.
I mean, like bumper cars. We could totally have a bumper car boat race, a bumper boat race. So, again, look at that avatar. Look how good it is. Love it.
You don't look like a Steve. That's what somebody was saying in game. Get a skin. Don't be a Steve. Nothing against Steves.
Yeah. But it is cool to have, you know, some personality too. Whatever you want. Just at least you can differentiate yourself, because otherwise it's hard to tell from a distance who's who, right?
Yeah.
You can't read their names properly.
Oh, here we go again. Fall through.
I made my own Uplift t-shirt to wear.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably say goodbye because it's raining outside, and that's not good for my computer.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair enough. I guess we've had a good chat already anyway, but we can do this another time again. Like whenever you feel like you've developed enough new things and you wanted to showcase them in the show, or just, you know, basically kind of advertise whatever it is that you're working on currently. Reach out to us, and we're happy to have you.
Great. That'd be great.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, and please come back again. You know, when you get more of these hotels built, like I'm excited for when you become like the Hilton of the Uplift, and you have a hotel in every sector in every city. It'll be awesome.
That sounds great. We'll let you know the next one we open.
So again, for people who aren't paying attention, every Tuesday you can go to the Pioneer Hotel for a quest over in Londom, and every Wednesday you'll be able to join one of these walkabouts. Contact Mitzi, her Telegram handles and things should be below, or you can find her in the chat because she's always in there and one of our favorite people for helping other people out. So that's it. We'll catch y'all next time on the journeys to the Uplift World communities. And I mean, like, you guys all keep doing your thing, riding the rails, rowing the boats, and running as fast as you can to get those rewards. Thanks, and we'll see you on the flip side.